Let's talk about Ice Watch, because I don't really know much about it. Okay, I got me. They got me. Yep, sorry. This is the article I'm talking about. I'm a Minneapolis sociologist who studies violence. Here's how ICE observers are helping. Scientific research has shown that their tactics can undermine the conditions that lead to violence. This is what I want to see more of. This is what I'm hoping to see more of, and that the good people will train and improve themselves and their skills at dealing with ICE in ways that help the situation. I truly believe that the majority of American people are good people and do want this situation to come to a peaceful end. If you have watched videos on social media, you have seen large crowds surrounding ICE agents. There are chaotic scenes. A lot of people raise an alarm that ICE Watch could spark more retaliatory violence. As a sociologist who studies violence, I know these concerns are misguided. They betray a fundamental misunderstanding of what ICE Watch is and why it's an effective tool to protect a community whose rights are being flagrantly violated by the very people who swore an oath to uphold them. Simply put, ICE Watch does not spur violence, it reduces it. It's based on de-escalation tactics that have long historical roots in American anti-violence and civil disobedience or civil rights movements, as well as a strong theoretical foundation in countless scientific studies about why violence happens and how it can be prevented. Researchers have known for decades that there are two primary types of people who perpetuate violence. The first is a small fraction who are independently motivated to commit violent acts. The second, a much larger group, are those who commit violence to seek approval and status from others. This is especially true among men who use violence to affirm their masculinity. Research on gender is particularly relevant for understanding ICE, which is an overwhelmingly male workforce and uses messages of masculinity and domination in its recruitment materials. A lot of men may be joining ICE because they think it will allow them to bond with other men and gain power in our society. But the conditions required for that to escalate into public violence are extremely specific. Studies show that most perpetrators of the thing that's on the screen are unlikely to be violent in other settings. They aren't individually motivated to commit assault, but they are willing to participate in violence if it means they can deepen their social bonds with others. You can read the rest of that for yourself. I'm going to end up saying too many keywords and getting taken down. To put another way, the vast majority of men are only willing to engage in public violence if they feel like the people around them will approve of and reward them for their violence. ICE Watch works because it surrounds men seeking approval with people loudly seeking their disapproval. And the noise has the added benefit of drawing large crowds of bystanders who can quickly outnumber ICE agents. We're already seeing the success of ICE Watch in Minneapolis. There are countless videos of observers that show agents leaving without detaining anyone when they encounter resistance. There are 3,000 ICE agents in Minnesota. They have only arrested 2,400 people, less than one person per agent. ICE Watch has also observed that it takes many more agents to make a single arrest when they are around. In other cities, ICE travels in groups of 2 or 3, but in Minneapolis, we primarily see groups of 6 to 12. DHS has pulled agents from other cities to ramp up in Minnesota, which guarantees there will be fewer deportations from the places they left. The entire operation is becoming slower and more resource intensive. There is a good reason to believe that more immigrants are with their families tonight directly because of ICE Watch. This is through MPLS, Minneapolis Area Synod of the ELCA, is the title there, presented by States at the Core and Project Rogers Park. Here we go. What if you're the first to see something? Salute. Get the information, the size and strength of a group of agents, what they are doing, their location, their uniforms, a time and date of observation, what equipment and weapons they have, and report that. How many agents are there on the scene? Are they in clothing or uniforms? What do their vests say? Their vehicles and plates, what do they look like and what are their plate numbers and where are they from? Who else do you see? Is there DHS or Homeland Security Investigations or FBI, etc.? Keep in mind, this is what Border Patrol and National Guard and ICE and FBI look like, usually different from local police. These are what their vehicles look like. They're not going to be driving small compacts, they're going to be driving big passenger vehicles. Once you have gathered salute info, send all information to your group. Ask others to confirm the sighting, get folks to the scene, provide guidance to targeted neighbors. Communicate with an immigrants' rights hotline. Immediately call and provide all salute to your immigration rights or rapid response hotline if you don't have a local group. If you do not have a neighborhood watch group or an immigrant rights hotline, Google immigration and hotline and your town, state, city, and see what pops up. Work in threes. One person records, one person supports, one person monitors. The recorder records the raid all the way through, as long as it is safe to do so. Narrates what they're seeing. Keep in mind the camera does not always get everything. The camera sometimes doesn't get the license plate because of the way it moved across the screen too fast or something. I know this from dash cams and other photography and videography. So, make sure that you say, as the car is driving away, it was a gray Ford Escape, and it had a license plate from Virginia that was XYZ1243. You have to say it so that it's captured onto the camera. Don't focus video on the person or people they are detaining. Focus it on the scene. Try to shout out vital information about Know Your Rights. Any Know Your Rights info that you remember or that you've trained, start yelling it. You don't have to roll down your windows. You don't have to cooperate. You only have to cooperate if they have a judicial warrant, etc., etc., etc. If someone is being actively detained, get their contact information. Ask them to shout their name and date of birth as an emergency contact and an emergency contact number that you can call and tell them this person is being attacked and help track where this person went. Keeping track of people keeps them alive. Don't engage with the ICE agents or interfere, even if you witness violence. Do not engage, do not obstruct, do not approach. They want you to make it worse. The monitor should take notes of everything that is happening, help direct people to engage safely and don't interfere. Whistles. Why a whistle? A simple, fast tool for fast alerts. Loud, recognizable, impossible to ignore. Follow ICE caravans. Catch up with the crowd. Alert neighbors to join in. Our voices are stronger together. Noise means visibility. Blow quickly with a broken rhythm. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Alerts the community that ICE agents are in the area. It acts as an instant alert system. It's faster than social media, and it turns silence into community action. You need a video camera, a phone camera, your ID. Do not do this if you are vulnerable. You only do this if you have a perfectly clean everything. You don't do this if you have a criminal record or an open warrant or anything. You only do this if you are clean, because you don't want to give them any reason to arrest you and kidnap you. It is helpful to have whistles, noisemakers, maps, flashlights, Know Your Rights cards, chargers, flyers, and tape. You should never bring a weapon of any kind. You should never bring drugs. It gives them a pretext to arrest you. You should never have open containers of alcohol or be visibly intoxicated. It gives them a pretext to arrest you. Best practices. Consult your local laws and state laws about documenting activity. See Reporters Committee for the Freedom of Press for more state-specific info. Documenting protects you by documenting your actions and how you behaved during the encounter with ICE. It helps your neighbors by capturing what occurs during a kidnapping to provide important information that may be helpful to lawyers representing the victims. It holds Border Patrol and ICE accountable later when their actions are reviewed by courts. Turn off your biometric unlocking. This is important. They can use your own fingerprint to unlock your phone. They can use your iris recognition to unlock your phone, or facial recognition to unlock your phone. So put a PIN, make it a complex one. Don't make it your normal PIN that somebody who can guess your PIN might guess. Use a number that doesn't actually mean anything to you and only has the meaning as your PIN. Okay? It even shows you how to turn this off. If you are documenting from your vehicle, have someone with you. Determine who will record and who will drive. If you're on a bike, try to stop as close to the sidewalk as you can. Put your hands up when it's safe to do so. If you are approached by agents, lock your doors and roll up the windows. When you're safely parked, put your hands up away from the steering wheel or gear shifter. Narrate that you're doing all of these public actions. Say, I am on a public road. I have a legal right to use this public road. I am not preventing you from using this public road. I am not impeding your movements on this public road. I am cooperating. I'm taking a step back. I'm not interfering. I'm just exercising my legal right to observe. You should say this in response to officers telling you to get back. If you see someone detained, please tell me your name and date of birth. Is there a family member's phone number so we can get help for you? De-escalation tips. Act. Remain calm. Maintain distance. Walk away when necessary. Think about your language, tone, and volume. Set clear boundaries. Observe what's going on around you. Respect personal space. Create distance. Make sure they have to walk towards you and you have distance to keep walking away. Hands up and empty. Repeated statements about rights and non-aggressive behavior. No name calling. No aggressive physical or verbal behavior. Don't interfere. Ice Watch is not a tactic for interfering, even if you witness violence. And know your state's laws. Some states require you to stay 25 feet back. Have an emergency contact and share important information with them, like tell them where you're going, how long you're going to be there, when you expect to come back, etc. Review de-escalation tactics to use purposeful actions, verbal communication, and body language to calm your situation. Going back to the phone thing, you could also get a second phone. Like, you don't have to use your main good phone. You could get a cheap phone that does only what you need it to do, so that you can stay in communication while also only having an app or two, not having everything logged in on your phone, etc. It's less risky. This is also for people crossing borders, by the way. If you don't want, Border Patrol might seize your phone and search it, and they have the right to do so. So the best thing to do is to simply erase your phone before you cross Border Patrol and then reload it through the cloud when you get to your destination. Or simply bring, a minimized phone with you that only has what you need and not is logged into all your other stuff. Know your rights through the National Lawyers Guild. Clear enough memory on your phone to make sure you have space for recording. Keep your phone charged with extra battery packs if possible. Used encrypted communication platforms, not open communication platforms. Train people on how to identify ICE incursions, how to respond in numbers to those incursions, how to organize, recruit, and how to direct action. Create a communication system that allows all the different parts of the group to coordinate well and succinctly. Build a resilient community to resist authoritarian incursions, whether by ICE or by law enforcement. So, train, communicate, respond, build community. All right, so that, I think, is what I was looking for, and that's what I wanted to go over. Those are the tactics that I agree with for interacting with, responding to, documenting ICE. It is unfortunate that we have to go over this again. Not that I went over it again, but that this is yet another time in history where, while history does not repeat, it sure does rhyme. And we are once again, like Bernie Sanders, I am once again asking you to stand up for your civil rights. Something no American should need to do anymore, because we should be living in 2026 and it should be a sane, emotionally mature country. I really hope you Americans get control of this situation. This American doesn't know how to get control of the situation. It should never have gotten this far. I have been banging away at this since before the previous Trump administration. So is that 12 years? Are we going to have 12 years of Trump and Biden and Trump? Is that what it's going to be by the end of this thing? So what are we, in year 9 now? Year 10 now? That I've been banging away, telling people how evil this man is and what was coming. And I'm not at all saying I predicted all of this. I did predict the direction, though. I did predict the direction. That this has too many parallels, too many rhymes with 1930s Germany and previous fascist regimes. And here we are again, training a whole new generation to respect civil rights and humanity and morality and integrity, and I hope that this is the beginning of the end of all of the bullshit. Hope, though, Dr. Michael Osterholm, is not a strategy. This is a conversation I have had to have with many of my clients. It is very nice that you hope your court case will be dismissed. It is very nice that you hope that these strategies will immediately lead to relief and de-escalation and The Trump administration will slowly lose power or quickly lose power, and it will be over soon. But like the end of 2000 A Space Odyssey or 2001 A Space Odyssey, this is not the beginning of the end. This is the end of the beginning. I don't want it to get worse before it gets better, but history has shown us that assuming that this is going to continue to rhyme, it will get worse before it gets better. I don't know what is going to happen. I don't know what the worse is going to be. It may be only a little worse. It may be only moderately worse, or it may be severely worse. But my prediction is that it will need to get worse before it gets better, very much like an episode of Dr. House. This will alter the course of American history. The people will grow older remembering they were put through this. That's what I mean when I say we're past a point of no return. It's not the point of no return to a certain outcome. It's a point of no return that eliminates your previous future. What you were working towards is gone. Now you must remake your efforts. You must remake your purpose. They've taken it away from you. I'm not saying I want this. Please do not misunderstand me. Your government took away your future. Again, I'm not saying you're dying, but they took away the future that you had. You were on a path, and you are no longer on that path, and that path no longer exists. You will have to blaze a new trail and make a new path. That's what I mean when I say that we are past the point of no return with the Trump administration in America, with fascism, with ICE, and everything that's going on there. That's what I mean.